So, my husband calls me today and he is telling me about an accident that happened. And the accident that he saw was a guy who clearly should not have a driver's license because he hit not one, but two cars in a span of 5 minutes. Yeah, man, really need to be out here checking people who we give driver's license to because my God. Now, one of the person who got hit, understandably, got upset. Like, your car just got hit. I'm 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 gonna be a little mad. but, but here's the part that got me. It's some rando who decides to take it upon himself to go and say to the person whose car got hit, why are you upset? It was an accident. Remember, you know, ask this person for advice. You don't know me. Nothing. You just decide to come and tell me, oh, well, it's an accident. Why are you upset? See me now, I'd be like, I'm sorry, excuse me, sir? Yeah. Mm, mm. Mr. Whoever you are, did your car get hit? No, yeah, that's what I thought. So, which person or who blessed you with the authority to come and tell me how I should feel about my car getting hit? See, yeah. Anyways, the whole thing, hearing him tell me about this accident, it really just, it made me start to think, is it really your business how I react? Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. This is I've Got Questions, and I'm your host, Kadie. This is a podcast where curiosity runs wild, of course. The questions, a little weird, and of course, the advice is always 100% unsolicited. Okay, so hold your attorneys. Now, before I jump into our question of the week, I just want to do a quick throwback to last week's question. And you guys, again, did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. And I asked, what is something you have outgrown that nobody has noticed? And one person wrote, wait for it, their shoe size. Yes, their shoe size. They went up. And I'm like, all right, I that is different. Interestingly enough, I would say I too have gone up a shoe size. Having had a child, I don't know how it happened, but I definitely went up. Because I just one day went to a store and the shoe size that I normally wear no longer fits. And it's not that, oh, well, different brands make different shoe size. Don't give me that foolishness. I know my feet and I know my shoes, okay? These are the steppers have definitely grown, okay? Anyways, but yes, another person another person wrote that they're now quiet in rooms. Um, I would love to get a little more from that listener as to really what you meant by that. Is it that you used to be chatty, or is it that you're just in a state of observation, or are you just in a room with idiots and you're like, I don't belong here, so I have nothing to say? Help me out. Help me understand. I don't know. But yes, that was quite interesting. And the last one that I got, one, oh, this one tickled me a little bit. They don't go out as much anymore. And I think you may not realize, but I think that one is noticeable. Well, then again, it depends on how you maneuver that. I don't know, it depends. Because I don't go out as much anymore either. A lot of people keep saying, oh, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Yes, because I'm staying out of trouble. Yeah, that outside expensive. And I'm gonna tell you something. I do go out. but I go out in other countries. Mm. Yes, I know I'm terrible. I know. But hear me out. It is just interesting, these are the things, these are the changes that we make in our lives and how they affect the people around us and how we navigate them. I find it very interesting. But yeah, for your shoe size, yeah, I'm there with you. I'm not gonna lie. I am there with you because you can't tell me my little steppers ain't got much bigger than they were before. I don't care what you say. They have definitely gotten bigger. But yeah, thank you for sharing. And don't worry, I'll share the question of the week this week and we can keep talking about it. You guys can keep sharing with me. You can share with me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Podbeam, where the podcast is posted. You can share on any platform that you get um or you listen to the podcast. So yeah, there's lots of ways that you guys can talk to me. Like a lot of ways that you guys can talk to me. My God, I love it. So yeah, here is where I land on this here. Let's jump back into the is it really your business how I react situation. And I don't believe you can tell somebody how to react. I feel like that is their right. Absolutely. I don't go around telling people and policing how other people reacts. And I think that's because I am mindful of the fact that I don't know what that person is going through. This could have been the fifth bad thing that has happened to them today. And this is just the combination of all of those bad things coming to full blow. And yeah, this is the end result. Um, it is just one of those things that I really don't understand how we can decide. And don't worry, I'm on the fence, and I'm going to tell you why I'm on the fence with this response. Um, as somebody who isn't a part of something, if something happens to somebody and it has nothing to do with you, and you decide to tell them how to react to something, that for me is always going to be like, I'm sorry, excuse you? What do you mean? Even if it does have something to do with it, I think we need to be reminded that that person's response is theirs and theirs alone. And we don't get to dictate to them how they respond. I I shouldn't have to die of this. I feel like this is somewhere written in a constitution somewhere that says I have the right to react however I see fit, and you don't have the right to tell me how to react. Look it up. I know somebody write it in our constitution somewhere. It must be amended, and if it isn't, we need to add it in because y'all be out here policing people as though this is your full-time job. Oh, you've been dramatic. And as somebody who's been told that many times, if you met me, you know I stay dramatic. But you're overreacting. You're like, okay, thank you for your unsolicited opinion. However, if you ask me, how was my response? I'm gonna tell you, don't get mad. Don't get mad because you asked. Okay? But I say that knowing that on the flip side, I know I cannot tell you how to react. However, I think we need to match responses with the situation. Like a book falls on your head. You're not burn on the bookshelf. See, that to me would be overreacting or a little on the dramatic side. I'm just saying it doesn't need to be a full rage on everybody and no, I don't. Now, I say that to say again, as somebody who has been told more than one time, you're overreacting or you're being dramatic. I trust that you all can appreciate this perspective and note that it is never my intent to pick anybody apart or, you know, tell you how to live your life. I just need you to match And again, it's not that I'm policing, but I think there is a difference between a reaction that is valid and a reaction that matches the size of the situation. That's all I'm saying. I feel like those two things, so two things can be true at the same time. You know, it isn't my business to tell you how to respond. However, I feel like your response should make sense. And I'm not going to tell you that if you didn't ask me. I'm not going to be out here just going, oh, well, that was dramatic. If you ask me, I will. But if you didn't, I ain't saying nothing. Just gonna mind all of my whole business because I ain't trying to get cussed out by nobody. But whose business is it really? I just here's the thing. Your reaction is valid, full stop. Nobody gets to tell you how to feel, how to respond, any of that. But the size of the reaction needs to make sense. I think it's worth checking, not just because, you know, it is required, but I do believe that we need to have some sense of self calibration. Something internally that checks and puts us back in balance to say, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I don't know about you guys, but I know there are times when I look at myself and go, ooh, mm-mm, go, whoa, Kadie, whoa. I'm not there, girl. All of that not necessary. That is not necessary. We need to dial that back and calm down. Or there are situations where I see, oh, I should have blown a gasket. And I think those are the worst ones, the situations where you feel like, oh, you should have let them. You ever gotten mad because you never cussed somebody out the way you should have, and then all the good things that you should have told them is now coming to you, and you're like, oh, I'm not finished being mad yet. Let me go back and I know I'm not the only one, so don't sit there and act like, oh yes, I'm the only person who's ever gotten mad at themselves because they didn't do the thing or react the way they wanted to the first time around. Okay? Don't judge me. I don't need your judgment. So, but I have to say, I know what it isn't, and it's not a stranger's job to tell you how to respond. We need to mind our business. Mind your business because it really is not your job to go around policing other people's emotional responses. It is that person's responsibility to have internal self calibration, self regulation, self ordination, and manage themselves. And not everything needs to go from 0 to 100. And I'm sorry for those that did need it to go from 0 to 100 and you didn't. It passed and gone. Move on. Go heal in a corner. Okay, go talk to a therapist and heal in a corner. Okay. And with that being said, it's time for no stupid questions. So yeah, this question for I chuckled because I can feel the rage coming forward just thinking about it. And the question for this week is, have you ever gotten mad at an inanimate object and fully meant it? And yes, yes, I have. Um, and I know you guys can connect to this. You ever stub your toe on the bed yet? Yes, man. I know that feeling is running through your body right now. You can feel it running through your body right now. Or you get a cut somewhere and it seems to be that's the only place on you that want hit everything. Everything. Or your finger gets slammed in the door, or let me tell you something. That is pain you have never felt. To the inner core of one's. Oh my god, that hurts. But I'm gonna go back to the bed because I was making the bed and I was minding all of my own business, trying to make the bed, and the bed foot just happened to be there. And boom, hit my toe on it. While minding all of my own business. Now, and I'll lie you, I got a little mad at the bed. And after I got mad at the bed, I realized how ridiculous I was to get mad at the bed. Like, the audacity of the bed being there. I'm trying to make you, you stupid bed. I'm trying to make you look good. How dare you assault me? You done lucky I'll set you on fire is because I'm gonna need to lay on you later. Yeah, count your days, bed. Count your days. A little dramatic? Yes. Overreaction? Absolutely. Not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That bed deserve you should lucky and set it on fire. Hurt my whole pinky toe. You know how hot that was? Oh, felt that pain down to the ancestors. Yes, man, that one hurt. But anyways, I'm pretty sure we all have gotten mad at something. The car door, you know, the knife that stabbed us, the fork. Let's let's just all agree. Yes, we all have, and it hurts, and we should not get mad at these things because we look crazy. We look a little, just a tad bit crazy. So yeah. Again, remember I talked about that internal calibration and regulation. That this is the moment we need to yeah, throw those things together. Okay. And with that being said, that is it for no stupid questions. Yeah, I'm on the fence on that one. As I said, I I think you know it is definitely not anybody's business. But I will say this: that the next time somebody tells you that you're overreacting, just ask them a few simple questions. And one of them being, did my reaction affect you? Or did the thing that caused me to react had anything to do with you? Because if it did, then you and I need to talk. Because whatever you did provoked a reaction out of me. And that is something you need to deal with. Because as a result of your actions, I responded. And if it had nothing to do with you, then I'm going to need you to mind your I mean, I'm going to need you to mind your business. You are not the emotions police. You are not the emotion regulator personnel. You do not speak on behalf of how I respond. Okay? You don't get to dictate that. So, stay out your business. Go on about your way. Okay? Thank you very much. So, thank you as always for listening. And for this week's question, I tell you, I know the answer, and I know we've been talking about it. I told you guys I'm on the fence, but I want to hear from you guys because I really want to know, is there a right or wrong way to respond? And who decides? Yeah, man, share your answers with me. Let me know what you guys think because I know we all don't think the same. I know our views are not all the same. So I want to know if you feel the same way that I feel. And if I should have set the bed on fire for stubbing my toe. It ain't a no behavior, man. Just so disrespectful. Just so disrespectful. And to think, I put pretty sheets on it. Nice fluffy pillow. Make it look disrespectful, man. Disrespectful. But anyways, I say that to say, again, thank you all. I just want to know, is there a right and a wrong way? And who decides? Now, as always, you ask, I answer, and I throw it back to you. Stay curious. Bye.